Oh my god. There is literally so much to talk about, it is impossible to know where to even start. Let me start by saying this: unless you're living under a rock, you will know that E3 is going down right now in Chinatown, and that the first multiplayer footage for Battlefield 4 was shown today, and the internet almost imploded. I've got some multiplayer footage here in the background, and there is just so much stuff that I could talk about. There is just no way I'm going to get it all into this one video. Over the coming weeks I'll be going into more depth on quite a few things, but right now I'm just going to breeze through the video, picking up on a few small things as we go. I did a live reaction video yesterday with Westy and Matt the Musketeer. That was great fun. We're just on Skype and we all watched the video together, and we just basically recorded exactly what we picked up and our reactions, and definitely go check that out. I'll put the link below. Okay, so the footage starts off with a squad of players in a chopper on the map Shanghai Siege, which, as you can imagine, is set in Shanghai. No surprises there. Now the first thing you're going to notice is the squad size is actually 5-man rather than 4-man. It's still not a 6-man squad, but at least it's been increased from the 4 we're used to in Battlefield 3. It's something we saw on the leaked alpha screenshots, but it's only now been confirmed. Also, while we're down here, look at the squad perks. Instead of each player having their own squad perk that they all bring to the squad individually, instead there seems to be a progress bar with squad perks lined out. You see that you start with sprint, and then the video goes on, you'll see the progress bar getting further along, and then you seem to get ammo, then grenade is unlocked, etc. It's unclear, however, what the last squad perk is, because it's an icon I don't recognise. Now, there's two ways this progression bar could work. You either gain points for doing things as a squad, and then you get the squad perks as you go along, or it could be relating to the commander mode. Maybe as you do commander objectives, you then gain your squad perks. Either way, it's interesting to see how that mechanic is going to pan out. One thing that caught my eye was the animations, actually. Battlefield 3 had great animations, no one can deny that. But in Battlefield 4 they seem to be a little bit better and a ton smoother. The players move a lot more naturally and have a lot more of a smoother motion to them. We don't, however, see any of the leaping or vaulting, so I can't really see how that works just yet, but we'll see. Now, as the footage moves on, we get to the attack boat. It has 4 slots for players. I believe 1 is the driver, 2 are on weapons, and then I think the last guy is just sat there twiddling his thumbs, but I can't be 100% sure on that. It has 2 main weapons, has a machine gun and a guided missile. It's also hard to say if these vehicles are ammo sensitive. It seems as though they have limited ammo available to them. That's something that's unconfirmed, but I'll be interested to see if that's something that they've kind of brought back. I was really looking in this video for suppression. It's definitely still in the game, because you can see a player getting a suppression assist, but I really didn't see the effects of it too much, so it was really hard to tell. The player wasn't really getting shot at enough to be able to tell. I'm hoping that over the course of this week, when we see footage streamed from the E3 floor, we might be able to get a better idea. I'm just hoping that they have addressed it and changed it just to a visual effect. Spotting is also still in the game, but it does seem to be done a little bit differently. If you remember the single player footage from a few weeks ago, the 17 minutes of fishing in Baku, you may recall seeing the spotting mechanic where he puts his hand out in front of him to spot enemies, taking his hand off his weapon. Well, the same thing happens here. It's a bit unclear if that means he can't fire while he's doing it, or maybe there's a cooldown. I'm not sure, but at least it's different, and I'm really interested to see how that pans out. Spotting is also still in the game, but it does seem to be done a bit differently. If you remember the single player footage from a few weeks ago, 17 minutes of fishing in Baku, you may recall seeing the spotting mechanic in the single player where he puts his hand out in front of him to spot enemies, taking his hand off his weapon. Well, the same thing happens here. It's unclear if that means he can't fire while doing that. Maybe there's also a cooldown, but it's definitely a bit different, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. Now, you've just seen the players going to the top of this skyscraper in an elevator. That's right, folks. Working elevators, just what you always dreamed of. But just look at the view distance. It really is very, very impressive. It's a super tall building. Really will add a different level of gameplay to this map. The view distance goes on for miles, and it really does look amazing. Next, we have the confirmation of Commander Mode. Yes, it is back. What it does is it enables one player to take a sort of oversight role and direct squads where to attack, where to defend, while having an overview of the entire battlefield. Now, I will be going into more detail on Commander Mode in my next video, so look out for that. But here it is, guys, the piece de resistance. The skyscraper we were just in is coming crumbling down. Oh my god, guys. Check that shit out. It's down. It's down. And where it was, that's the new flag. You've got a guy there attacking it, you've got some Levolution, Commander Mode, you've got a tank, all-out war, counter-knifing. You heard it here first. You didn't hear it here first, but it's there. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.